2022 was a big year for me for a lot of reasons. First and foremost being the death of Michael Chungus. I don't remember if it was at the beginning of 2018 or 2019, but I was very fat, to the point where I stopped measuring, I think, was 271 pounds. The good thing about constantly uploading myself for the past 13 years on the internet is that I have a pretty good repository of what I looked like at any given moment in time. It was a couple years after I'd come out of high school, so even though I was talking through my friends on Discord and Skype, they didn't know what the fuck I looked like now. They watched the video and they said, Jesus Christ, that man has gotten fat. And so they edited me into this weird, round-looking cartoon character. I don't know, I don't even remember who it was that made this or why they decided that he needed to look like this, but that's how he ended up being. It's a very fucking funny image to look back on. I really enjoy looking at him. I don't know what it is about him that makes him so charming. I don't know if it's the egg shape, the portly features, the horrible HDR that's been applied to his entire body. I don't know what exactly the reason, but people really latched onto it. And eventually it made its way out of our Discord. I think it started spreading through Reddit originally. The thing that came from it became a lot more popular than Michael Chungus himself. As it turned out, whoever ended up making it based off of this old Bugs Bunny episode, Wabbit Twubble, in which Bugs Bunny turns into this weird little Chungus creature. And I think you know what happened from there. And so a lot of people don't know that I'm the source of Big Chungus. Not of the original cartoon, of course, but for the introduction of the character into the limelight. I'll be waiting on my check from Warner Brothers, but before then, I think it's time we talk about the rise and fall of Michael Chungus. I either went out of middle school or into high school weighing 212 pounds, and that was when I stopped using the scale for 3 or 4 years. And to be clear, that's already 60 pounds over what I probably should have weighed as a 5'10", fairly broad-shouldered individual. I eventually ended up weighing around 270. 271, I'm pretty sure, was the peak that I measured, but I'm pretty sure I weighed more before I started dieting. But I didn't weigh until I got to 271. So it was very likely closer to 280, but I'm not sure. I've lost those 60 pounds since then. Now, I've lost them more than once, but I have lost them. And I started going to a gym for the first time in my life on a whim about a month ago. People talk a lot when you go to the gym about how good you feel after the workout, though. And I don't even think that's the biggest part of it. The biggest part of it is being able to feel and control my muscles. I never realized that this is what the human body is supposed to be. But as it stands now, I'm in the best shape I've been in my life, and for every good decision I make, I get in even better shape. You know what the funny thing is? I'm going to look back on this video a year from now and be like, Jesus Christ, I was fat here. What the fuck was I talking about? But ultimately, the conclusion I came to is that we need to kill all fat people. And with a heavy heart, I must announce that Michael Chungus has been killed by firing squad. Now that Michael Chungus is dead and buried, let's talk about what's going to happen the next year. The first thing we need to address is that just like my father, I am balding from a very early age. If you compare this hairline to the hairline of my past videos, it's getting terrible and it's getting thin. But I'm going to do what my father never could. I'm going to commit to being bald at the ripe old age of 23. That's the unfortunate thing about hair loss, is there's really no way of salvaging it past a point. I know for a fact that my hairline is going to go all the way back to like here. It's tantamount to doing a controlled burn. We're going to get rid of all of this debris that could accidentally catch fire to all of the beautiful forest down below. But I'm not going to go bald, not until we film the next Artifact Hunt. Artifact Hunt 10 is supposed to be a very big project and a very big shift in story. And I wasn't able to find the time to justify it. I'm going to ask a few people on to help me out just to get it done so we can get into the next phase of Artifact Hunt. It's a fun series, and we have a lot of good ideas for how to improve the show. Since the return of the channel in early November, I've been hyper-focused on making videos that will entertain me and entertain my small group of friends. And for the most part, I think it's resulted in some really good videos. I'm really proud of everything that I've produced in the latter half of 2022. Expect some videos down the lines with somewhat unusual concepts, because they entertain me, and I don't really care if it entertains you. Well, besides all that, I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I hope you're excited for all the new videos coming in 2023.